laughing, monkey? Why you laughing, monkey?
Don't touch me. Touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Your man's bling. Your man's bling. Your man's bling. Your man's bling.
So I went to school and grew up with a lot of blacks. So by the time I'm in juvenile hall and all that, I'm cool with blacks, you know, I'm cool with them, but then you meet people from like the east side that they don't have no blacks around them, never. So they're in there and they're just like, oh, these mayates, homie, and woo-woo. But I don't give a fuck, man. Shout out to all my black cellmates I ever had. Rest in peace, Yellowstone from Black P Stones, TS from Neighborhood 55, Touche from Rolling 40s. You know, those were all cellies that I grew a bond with immediately.
But there's only the Latinos that grew up in South LA establish those relationships. You're from East LA, Boyle Heights, Southeast.
It's odd for them. It's different. They don't know how to react when it comes down to getting celled up with a Moreno, you know?
See, I can understand him saying something like that, right? But the excuses and this, that, and the third that some cats be making is the reason why they say LA cats is scared of the Mexicans, bro.
Black LA gang members are terrified of Mexicans. They're all tough and big and bad until a Mexican show up. It's always kicking, cack, and being boo until an essay show up, and now it's me, Padre. And today we got another viral example of how black LA gang members are terrified of Mexicans.
By excuses, I mean by saying shit like, oh, they not familiar with black people, that's why they act like that, this, that, and the third. Or it's some gangbang shit. Come on, bro. We already know it's in their culture. It's a part of their culture. You making excuses. You scared?
A lot of people don't understand when I say that Mexicans are culturally racist. They think that I'm calling us openly racist. We are culturally racist, and this is how. Part of our culture is to frown upon dark-skinned people. It's been passed down to us by the Spaniards, by our colonizers, by the people that conquered us, taught us that dark skin is inferior, light skin is superior. We were taught that. It was passed down to us, meaning it's part of our culture. We are culturally racist in this aspect. That doesn't mean I go out in the streets and want to hurt black people because they're black. Right. It means that our teachings, the way we're raised, is that we are raised to subconsciously believe that dark skin is inferior and light skin is superior. Another element in our Mexican culture is Univision News, Univision channel. That channel is run by white Latinos. The ideologies and subliminal teachings that they teach is very similar to Fox News. White supremacist-ish. They make efforts to depict dark-skinned people as criminals, that whenever they even bother sharing news about dark-skinned people is when they do something wrong. But yet, when they want to mention anything that has to do with light-skinned people, specifically white people, is to depict them as them doing good deeds around the world, feeding the homeless, etc. You get it. Yeah. My grandmother was visiting one day from Mexico. She's never lived in the United States. She has no idea what life is out here. She was watching Univision News, where they depicted.
So it's clear that it's something that's embedded in them culturally, right? So we can stop making excuses, this, that, and the third. And how do you explain this, bro?
Now, let me say this for the people who don't know. These Houston Mexicans are racist. The Houston Latino people are racist. I'm telling you. Listen, I have been dealing with them for over 12, 13 years. You feel what I'm saying? These folks are racist, bro. Anytime you go on a job, the only focal point is gonna be the black people. They're not gonna tell their people nothing. They're gonna let their people pretty much do whatever they want. But they're only gonna focus on the things that you do wrong. I go through it all the time. You see what I'm saying? Now, mind you, I only work 2 days out the week. I really don't need to work, but I need to get out the house so I wouldn't be just sitting in the house really doing nothing. But anyway, from construction jobs to fast food jobs, that's why a lot of teenagers don't have fast food jobs, because you got 40, 50, 35-year-old immigrants, illegal, that's working these jobs. Because
and get this, bro. You go up in there, you try to get you a cheeseburger, whatever have you, motherfucker. That's not even, don't even, they, you know, it's a language barrier for one, and you supposed to know when you fucking get over here how to, you know what I'm saying, do your 1-2. We be giving fuck a grace, but then not only do you not know the language, but you playing games. You acting like you too good to serve somebody. Why the fuck did you sign up at McDonald's?
what they do, they fire all the black people. Once a Mexican become a manager, they fire all the black people, get them out of there, whether it's paperwork, whether it's through picking with them, whether it's whatever kind of situation, they get them out of there and put their people in there. Every single time. But it's not that they do that, it's the way they do it, you hear me? They can't rise up without shitting on the American black person or the black person, period. They can't rise up without doing that. If you know anything about working with a Mexican, they always telling so they could get a position, so they could get a spot. And that's not the way to do it. They always discriminating on who? Us, every time. It's no other group they attack like this. Never. And if you from Houston, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you won't be in denial, just be in denial. I don't give a damn. But yeah, man, they are very, very segregated and very racist.
So yeah, bro, if he all the way out there in Houston, how you explain that, bro? He having the same issues as so-called brothers in Cali with the, you know, Mexican community in Houston. You know what I'm talking about? And not only that, bro, how you explain it?
What up, y'all? Y'all see these headlines? Right? This is the biggest case. Latinos allegedly abusing black employees. They end up settling out of court. I'm going to tell you that. They settled out of court. And when they went to go interview the black employees, they said that Latino workers were calling them monkeys and waving bananas at them, and everybody in the warehouse will laugh at them. And I know y'all going to say, oh, it's not all of them. Where it was a warehouse full of them. And 3 different companies. That's why this is considered one of the biggest lawsuits. 3 different companies. And these Latinos, Hispanics, was in cahoots with white people. You see this? They were in cahoots with white supervisors, giving the black people the most, the hardest work, the hardest labor to compete, to do. Right? Now, look at this though. 171 cases been settled. Racial discrimination, not only discrimination, but treating black people differently because of their race in Southern California. 171 cases within 10 years.
So if it was just about gangs and not being in proximity, close proximity to black people, how you explain this shit, bro? You know what I'm saying? Even when a motherfucker is, you know, putting one foot in front of the other in a country that you've been here. So you see the conversation come up because of immigration, right? And the lack of support from the so-called black community as far as that goes, and this, that, and the third. You know, people just realize that why help somebody who has no interest in helping me, as a matter of fact, would like to see, you know, worse or whatever have you. You know, and it comes off disingenuous when you try to say, oh, it's not everybody in the community. Well, check your fucking people. Fuck are you talking about? Check whoever it got the weird ass energy. It's crazy how you can say it ain't everybody when it comes to that situation, but lump everybody in the same boat when it comes to the bad shit with so-called black people. Oh, they're all like that. They're all Mayates. They're all this, that, and third.
People are not here because they really want to be here. They're here for necessity.
But if they get to go back, then it's not so bad, right? Because they're going to their countries, right? They're going back home.
Yeah, they are. But a lot of people are going to leave without nothing, which is what makes it sad. What we're fighting for is for people to be treated equally. A lot of people are not being treated equally. Donald Trump is not treating a lot of people correctly, and it's just heartbreaking to see how he's treating immigrants.
What do you say to the Americans that are so offended by seeing all these like Mexican flags and other countries rather than people supporting America?
Honestly, I'm kind of clueless on why they're that, because thanks to a lot of Latinos, there's agricultures, there's people that clean their houses, so we all work together. So I don't really understand why there's so much hate for Latinos.
So you think people in Mexico would like it if there was a big crowd of Americans, and they're all like flying their American flag in Mexico.
So, and you know, flying your flag is one thing, right? And it's agitating more and more people, because just imagine, right? We didn't even gotta imagine, it was a whole Super Bowl show that half the damn country can't even understand. Majority of the country can't understand. So you accommodate, it's you know, it just comes off as disrespectful to accommodate a certain people, right? Or for the people who actually come from this place. Then she say, well, you know, they come here for a better. Why is it this country's obligation to make sure somebody from another country is doing good? What do you mean you come from? And then, but especially when you got so much pride and you love it so much, or this, that, and the third, you know, and it's love, bro. It just comes across as like a hostile takeover. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Soil. What is the best country in the world?
Mexico!
So why don't they want to go back?
Why? Because they want to get a better life.
But if they get deported, it's not so bad, right? They're going back to the best country in the world.
What is that?
If they get sent back, then it's not so bad, because they're going back to the best country in the world.
They look to live in bold. We're so big we can't just fit in Mexico.
All right, thank you.
I am torn because I love Mexico with all my heart, but I am glad my grandparents sacrificed to come over here as illegals so that their children, their roots, their seeds can have a better life, and I'm going to honor that sacrifice.
She happy about that one, about the breaking it, you know, when they broke that law. And I understand it from a humanitarian side, but she's understanding of that form of breaking the law. But let somebody else break the law. Oh, they this, that, and the third. And then, once again, I got to ask the question, why is it America's obligation to take on another country's burden, I guess, or you know what I'm saying? Make sure they doing good, bro. It's a good question too. It ain't racist.
If you had to choose one country, what would it be?
Well, I plan on retiring to Mexico, that should tell you.
All right, thank you. Hey, can I ask you a quick question? Okay, so who do we have here today?
Morella.
What does your sign mean?
So I think that it means that I feel like a lot of people blame the Hispanic community in general, that they're all coming over here and they're being rapists and they're being and that they're criminals. Like that's what he says about Donald Trump. But I feel like at the end of the day,
see, and then listen to the music, right? That's what I'm saying. It's like you imposing your shit on me. But if you love your shit so much, why not go where your shit is natural? It don't make no fucking. Why are you over here trying to act like? And then there's to be an argument about, oh no, they bought it. It wasn't simple as that. Feel me? But it just be hella crazy. But how you trying to make this your shit? And it's the conquistadorian spirit, bro. It's the colonizer spirit. That's the only thing I can think of, bro.
he has 34 felonies against him, so he's the one sitting in the White House to this day right now. So he's an actual criminal.
One more question. What is the best country in the world?
Mexico.
So why don't these people want to go back?
Because they think that the best country is the United States because of the American dream.
But you think it's Mexico?
I think so.
So if they go back, then it's not so bad, right? Because they're going to the best country.
Yeah, they're gonna go with their family, but I feel like they think over there that it's over here. You know what I mean? But because they think it's easy, and it's.
No, they think America owe them something. Feel me? And America acting like it's what's pissing other Americans off. Like, hold on, bro. I've been working. The average American is so pissed off, bro, because they feel like even them, bro, white, black, whatever it is, they feel like they ain't got their just due, and then we focusing on other shit, and it seems to be a common theme in America. I ain't gonna lie. I guess based on whoever's running the establishment at the time, Trump get a lot of backlash, bro. But just look what's going on now. Motherfuckers running around here acting like this is wherever they come from. But if you love where you come from so much, fuck you ain't stay there. Why you gonna come over here try to act like this your shit? Make it make sense. And it's no disrespect at all. It's love. I understand it. But when you fucking try to do too much, it's like, hold the fuck up. Well, who you think you are? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because there's so much hypocrisy, right? Let's just get into this, right? Let's point, because you can understand, like the lady was saying, she happy her family took the chances and broke the law to come to America and have a better life, which I understand that, right? But why is there no understanding for this?
What a lot of people don't know is that Mexico is bordered with Guatemala.
Yes.
Okay? We don't let them in. So the same thing that America does to Mexico, we do to Guatemala. Okay? It just, the news is CNN, Fox, CNN, MSNBC, New York Post, they're never going to show you that. Just so you know, Mexico is extremely racist. So we have what are like
Guatemalans,
even to its own Mexicans. So you got to remember, Mexico was dominated by the Spaniards. The only reason I look the way I look is because I'm 65% Spaniard.
Yeah.
Mexicans, like real Mexicans, or which is known as Mexica, not Mexico, Mexica, are 5'4", super dark with big noses and the heads pushed back. Aztecs and Mayans,
like Indians,
like Indians. Well, we're natives, right? Yeah. So we're blended. So the reality is, in Mexico, till this day, if you are not light complected, somewhat tall, you're frowned upon to this day. So what a lot of people don't know is that Mexico is border.
So we need to just quit with the excuses for one, right? We need to understand that the shit is culturally embedded in the people, right? And until we stop making excuses and make the conscious effort to stop being whatever, it's I don't know, bro. Like, I don't really got too much, especially the way these people carry on with their oppressors and colonizers rhetoric. It's like they love it so much. And I understand it, bro. I got respect for it. I love it. I think every culture is beautiful. But don't try to push that shit off on me. Don't force, because then you coming across like the people who fucking got you, you coming across like the colonizer. You know what I'm saying? Don't push shit off on me and try to act like, oh, no, nigga, it's love. It's already love. You don't got to force shit. You know what I'm saying? But chill, bro. We on to the next one. Y'all niggas let me know what y'all think. I appreciate you for coming tapping in with me, man. And to my Mexican subscribers, right? This ain't to rub you the wrong way or we ain't gonna keep harping on race relations, but it is a big topic in the country right now, right? But, and people tired of overlooking certain things in order to move forward. And people noticing that no matter how much love you try to give certain people, their minds are set. So don't expect moving forward, either we gonna get right or we gonna continue to part ways.
Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho.